What's going on, guys? It is another beautiful weekend at the Condo of Horrors. My name is Hugo. My girlfriend and I are architects, and we've taken on this kind of condo renovation project for a friend of the family's. In a previous series, we built a full custom house, so you can check it out up here. This is episode 4 of this series where we are renovating a condo that was formerly owned by a hoarder. If you take a step back and look at what this place looked like a couple of weeks ago, you'll see there is a crazy major transformation. In this episode, we'll be taking care of the flooring. That's the carpet upstairs, the tile in the powder room, and then the luxury vinyl flooring in this kind of general main open space area. This morning we will be doing the tile in the bathroom. Like everything, there's always more prep work than actual work. Here it's a really tight and small bathroom, so we don't need all that much tile. But what I had to do, once all this place was all cleaned up and vacuumed and we have a nice subsurface to get ready, I drew out a couple of center lines. I tried a few patterns to see what would look nice first of all, and what would minimize waste. We're going to be doing a brick lay, so I got 2 full ones off the center line, 1 full one in the middle. Yeah, so let's get to cutting some tile. Now that this is all figured out, I'm going to pre-cut my rows. To make all the cuts, I'll be using a wet tile saw. This is just a cheap Ryobi wet tile saw with a new blade. Typically, if I was doing a bigger job, I'd probably rent a gauge because they're a lot quicker and you can cut inside as you're going. But since this is a really small job, I didn't want to spend the money on a rental, and I happen to have one of these around, so we're going to be doing all the cuts on this wet tile saw. Installed, at least for the floor. We'll let this dry overnight. I'm all wet just because I was just on the tile saw cutting the baseboard. So we're going to do a 6-inch tile baseboard all the way across. And that's going to be capped with a nice little aluminum tile edge. I'm just going to let this dry so I can install the baseboard tomorrow. The floor turned out really good. I'm super happy. I haven't done very much tile, so every time I learn something new, and this one was a pretty easy one, so it went fairly smoothly.
Now onto the vinyl flooring in the main area. Like the tile, this floor had to be prepped and cleaned. Where we removed the kitchen walls, some pretty major indents were left in the concrete slab. These were uneven enough that they would cause a spongy feeling below the thin vinyl flooring. In order to fix these areas, I used a self-leveling concrete. This is a very liquid concrete mix that, as the name implies, levels itself. Before putting the concrete down, you have to prepare the floor with a self-etching primer that creates a strong bond. That's the blue stuff I'm applying to the floor with an old paint roller. Once that's had a few hours to dry, you're ready to go. It was my first time using this stuff, and it's pretty tricky. You have to feather the edges or kind of thin them out where they meet the existing floor. However, it dries really quickly, and if you fiddle with it too much, you'll create a few lumps, like I did. I was able to chip a few of those away the next day, and I was happy with the final result. With that done, I was ready to prepare the rest of the floor for laying the flooring. I'm using an ice scraper here to remove all the dried up paint and plaster that was left on the floor, and whatever bumps that needed to be flattened. As we were installing, I always kept a scraper in my back pocket to remove any little lumps as we moved along. With the vinyl installation complete on the ground floor, we moved on to the baseboards. These came primed from the factory, but we added 2 coats of trim paint to match the walls. We did quick work of this with Isa doing the measuring and the cutting, and I took care of the installation. Once everything was installed, I applied a small bead of caulking to fill any gap that might be visible against the wall. The nail holes, They were filled with white spackle and sanded, and everything will get a quick final coat of paint at the end of the project.
So we're at the stage where we're getting ready to lay the carpet down. The company came and measured, the upper floors and the stairs already. So what needed to be done beforehand is preparing the floor for the carpet company to come and install it. And here the parquet was damaged. We had to remove the wobbly parquet pieces and install a subfloor. So after this is installed, I'm going to put a couple screws in here and fasten it. Then I have to go and I have to sweep the whole floor and then vacuum it to make sure it's ready for a carpet install, as well as removing a lot of little staples in the stairs because there was a kind of shoddy carpet job in the stairs that we removed. And there's like a lot of little staples, so we're gonna do that.
Now that Isa's done prepping the floors, we are ready for carpet, just in time. As soon as the carpet guys left, we were on to the baseboards upstairs. This is the exact same process as downstairs, other than the fact that I had to run downstairs to make all my cuts since I didn't want to get the new carpet full of sawdust. I definitely got my steps in that day.
Well guys, that will do it for the flooring video. We got the carpet taken care of up here, we have the vinyl taken care of downstairs, and the tile is done in that little powder room. Right now I'm just wrapping up a couple of little things with the baseboards up here. They're all installed. I'm just doing the caulking and filling some nail holes. I even started putting up a couple of lighting fixtures today. So as always, if you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you can, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. I think we're past 2,500 subscribers now, so I really thank everyone who subscribes and watches these videos and leaves all these positive comments below. It really pushes us to keep going with this. So thanks a lot, guys. And hit that little subscription bell if you want to be notified every time we make a new video. I will see you guys in the next video, which is going to be all about the kitchen. So, peace.